Good day, guys. Welcome back. So, before we get started, make sure you click on the subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed, and also make your comment. I would love to watch out for it. So, we will take a look at a couple of stocks here. I think about four. So, the first one we have here is our AMC stock. So, before we actually go ahead to place this trade, first question is that what is the trend for this moment? So, we clearly can see that this is a bearish move, right? The trend is a bearish move. We can also see this movement here, right? Let's start it from here. If you dare to see it, you see that you are seeing a lower lows and a lower highs. No doubt about that. Price is dropping. Secondly, the question we would want to ask is that is this price below our moving average or above the moving average? By the way, this moving average we are using is 10 period moving average. Now, if this price is below our 10 period moving average, we all know that that is a sell movement, right? But once it is above the moving average, then we all know that that is a buy movement. So clearly we can see that this is below our 10 period moving average. So that is a sell movement, right? Now, if you take a look at it for today, we actually opened bullish. We actually opened and closed bullish. That is on the 20. Now, this bullish move is considered as a pullback. So have it in mind that this is just a pullback, right? So for the next day, which is 21 of December, you should expect a further bearish move. So this AMC stocks, you should actually see it actually the next day, which is on the 21, you should actually see it drop down back to a level of $4. Currently, it is trading at a level of $5 per share, right? Now we expect it to actually drop the next day to a level of, let's see if it will get to a level of either 4.80, right? 4.80 or even lower than that, 4.70 or even 4.50. Let's watch out for the level of 4.80 and 4.50 for the next day. So this AMC stock, right, we would want to see it drop to a level of 4.80 or to a level of 4.50 for the next day. So in this AMC stocks bearish, if you take a look at this 4-hour time frame, you can clearly see what this 4-hour time frame is showing us. You can see a lower lows and a lower highs. So let's start from here for quick analysis here. So we would see this as a lower lows, right? And take a look at this to be a lower highs. Then if you see this on the 4-hour time frame, this is a lower lows. Notice this lower lows broke this previous lows, and here comes a lower highs. Well, I don't think the lower highs yet is over, right? We still have a little bit of a bullish move to be made, so just have that in mind. Then after that movement, then we expect a further drop on AMC stock. So like I said, we should watch out for a level of 4.80 to or 4.50. Within that level, 4.80 and 4.50, price should actually get to that level the next day, which is for the 21st of December. And I can also see on the forward time frame, we are still below this 10 period moving average. Like I just said, as long as your price is below your moving average, especially the 10 period moving average, then clearly you should go ahead to sell. You would want to sell and not to go long. So this price is below our moving average, so we would want to go ahead and sell. Same thing with our 1-hour time frame, because the 1-hour time frame is giving us a pullback. So once this pullback is over, we should expect a further bearish move on AMC stocks for the next day. Now the next one we have is our NIO Limited. So take a look at it, right? First thing we want to ask ourselves the trend for the movement. Clearly we can start, this is a bearish movement, price is dropping. Now let's take a look at this recent movement that is being made. So you can clearly see that this is a downward movement, right? Today also, which is for the 20, this NIO actually opened and closed bullish. So this movement you see here is just a pullback. So have it in mind that this is just a pullback. Now, is this pullback over? Well, I don't think so, right? Let's see if the pullback will be over anytime soon. Let's see if it will be over. We just don't know yet. But once this pullback is over, you should continue your bearish move on this NIO Limited. So that is to tell you that we still have more drops or more bearish move to be made on this NIO. Secondly, we can still see it trading below our moving average, and I do say it again, once your price is below this 10 period moving average, once the price is trading below 10 period moving average, then there's only one movement I want you to watch out for, which is to actually sell. So we will see this as a drop, and this will be considered to be a pullback, and here comes a new drop. So we should now take a look at this to be a pullback. After the pullback, what do we expect? We expect a further bearish move. So this NIO limited, we expect a bearish move. Now to be able to confirm if this pullback is over, we will roll down to the 4-hour time frame. Now what do you see on the 4-hour time frame? Clearly this is a bearish move. So that is when you take a look at these similar movements, you see that this movement is making something like the same. You see that a drop will be made here, then a pullback, and you see, take a look at this again, a drop, and here comes a pullback. If you take a look at this again, you see this drop and a pullback has been made. Now that this pullback has been made and has come to hit this level, of course, what do you expect next? We expect a drop. So this is a confirmation that a drop will be made the next day. So for the 21st of December, which is our Wednesday, we should also expect a bearish move. So this new limited should actually open and close bearish. And secondly, you can see it on the 4-hour time frame. This price is below our 10 period moving average. Like we do say again, once this price is below the 10 period moving average, then that is a sell movement. You should go ahead to sell. And that's the same thing with the 1-hour time frame. So now that this 1-hour time frame pullback is over, you can see on the 1-hour time frame price is starting to drop. So we should continue the bearish move. And the third one we have here is our DWAC, right? The Digital World Acquisition Corporation. Like I said, before we place the trade, what is the trend for that movement? So let's see it from here. This is a bearish move. Though if you take a look at the overall movement, it is a sell. You can clearly see a lower lows and a lower highs. But we would want to see the recent movement. So this is the recent movement, which is a bearish move here. So we will take this to be a lows and a highs. Then this will consider to be a lows that broke this previous lows. And here will be considered to be a lower highs or a pullback. Now a drop has been made, so we expect a pullback. After the pullback, we expect a further drop. So if you notice that I think majority of our stocks actually opened and closed bullish, right? If you take a look at it on the daily time frame, you see price kind of give us that green candle, meaning no, most of this price actually closed green. So that is to tell you that that green is a pullback. Now that that pullback is over, we should be expecting a further drop the next day on DWAC. So we expect this price to actually drop to a level of 16.80. So let's watch out, or let's say I will be watching out for 16.75. So we want to see this price drops further and break out this low. So we should see it drop below a level of 16.75 on DWAC. Secondly, we can see this moving average. We can see that this price is trading below our 10 period moving average. Like we do say, once this price is below the moving average, then clearly it is a sell movement. You would want to sell on the moment, right? But if it is above the moving average, then you can go ahead to go long. But we clearly can see that this price is trading below our moving average. So clearly this is a sell movement. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So you will see something like this. You can see this drop that has been made and a pullback here. And this is a drop. So let's see if this pullback will be over soon. So once this pullback is over, then we should continue the drop. So we are currently on a pullback on the 4-hour time frame. So watch out for it. Once the pullback on this DWAC is over, then expect a drop. And you can also see it. This price is also still trading below this moving average. So as long as it is still trading below the moving average on the daily time frame and on the 4-hour time frame, then definitely we would want to go ahead to sell. All we just have to do is wait for a setup, go ahead and sell. And the last one we will take a look at for today is our Zoom. So if you take a look at this moment on this our Zoom, right? If you are following consistently without see how we highlighted in this level, right? I told you guys that our price has been reacting to this level. So price once came to the same level, it reacted, it went up. Then price dropped to the same level, reacted to it. We saw a reaction at this level. Now price has reacted to it. Now if you take a look at this level, price broke below it. Now if you notice something, let's just assume that this is the resistance level, right? And this is to be the support level, right? We all know how to trade resistance and support. Is that once this price comes to this resistance, you tend to see a drop to the support and again to the resistance and again to the support and again to the resistance, right? Then if price eventually drops and break below the support level, what will you be expecting? Right? We all know simple. We will be expecting for a pullback to be made to test that resistance level, right? Before it continues in bearish move. So it is something like this we've gotten on this zone. You saw that this price have broken this previous, we like call it support level if you want, because we see that price has been rejecting this level previously multiple times, right? So price have now broken below this level. So what do we now get next? Price give us a pullback to test this level. Now that price have tested this level, we would be expecting a further drop. So this zone, right, we should expect a bearish move. We should see a drop for the next day, which is on the 21. And if you take a look at this movement, you can still see it trading below this 10 period moving average. Like we do say, as long as the price is below our moving average, as long as price is trading below this moving average, then definitely that is a sell movement. We should just look for a setup to go ahead and sell. And now let's take a look at this forward time frame. So let's just see this as to be a drop, and we will consider this to be a pullback, right? After the pullback, what do we expect? A further drop. So this zone, a confirmation that we should be experiencing or expecting a bearish move.